Hi guys, how's everyone?
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, sir. Fine.
Okay, that's great. Okay, guys. So before we start today's lecture, I just want to know: is there any doubt in last class? Okay, okay. So you guys are not having any doubt in the last class. So let's. Okay. So I have discussed the four methods. I have discussed four methods in the last class. Will someone please tell me what were those methods?
Get get method, post method, delete method, put method.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, let's discuss these methods. Let's discuss these methods bit in detail. Okay. So, okay, let me increase the size. Discussing starting with the get method. Okay. Okay. So this method is used to extract or read, or I will say get information or data from a given server. Okay, guys, from a given server or given URL. Okay, any doubts in this definition? I guess this is clear. This is what we discussed in the last class. Okay, okay, there is a point you need to keep in mind while using get request. While using get request, it should only extract data. Okay, it should only extract data and have no other effect. Have no other effect on data. Okay, okay, that's a rule for creating get and using get request. Okay, is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Okay, no body or payload is required. We will discuss what's body and what's payload in the later sections. No body or payload is required for get request. Okay, guys, is this clear till here? Okay, guys. So now I have a question. Understand the question very carefully. If you are searching something, then you are providing the data, right? Then you are providing the data, right, to the get request. But if you cannot use body or payload. Body and payload are basically used to send the data to a HTTP request. Okay, but if you are not allowed to use body and payload, how will you send the how will you send the data in the get request? How will you send the data in the get request? Listen it very carefully. Okay, how do you send data in get request? How do you send data in get request? Okay, the answer is using parameters. Okay, using parameters. Either these can be query parameters or these can be path parameters. I will show you this once again. Okay, remember whenever we were searching something, let's suppose I am searching Udemy here. Let's suppose I am searching Udemy here, and this Udemy is automatically adapted by this URL. So the data is being sent by with the help of parameters, right? Do you understood this point? The data was sent into the request using the parameters. Do you understand this, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you understood this. Okay, if I say thumbs up, that means thumbs up from everyone. Okay, if you didn't understand, give me a thumbs down. If you understood this, then please give me a thumbs up. That acknowledge me that I can go ahead with the next topic. Okay, okay. So using parameters. Okay, coming to the post request. Okay,
सर बॉडी एंड पेलोड कब देखने मिलेगा?
अभी
वो
अभी भाई,
पोस्टमैन है ना?
maybe आज या कल, maybe today or tomorrow. Okay, okay. So post. This request is used to send data or create data to the server. Okay, to the server. Okay, do you understood this, guys? Do you understood this, guys? So how do you send data in post request? In post request we use body or payload, using body and payload. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, guys, so do you understood this, guys? Okay, guys, is this clear, guys? Is this clear? Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, and now we have put. This request is used to update data, or information. This replaces all current representation of the target resource. Guys, don't worry. I know this is bit too much theory, but we will be switching to practical very soon. Okay, we'll be switching to practical very soon. Of the current target resource with the uploaded content. Okay, guys. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if you understood this. Okay, guys. That is great. That is great. Okay. Okay. So that is great. Okay. Okay. Now we are left with delete request. Remove all current representations of target resource given by the URL. Okay, guys. So do you understood this, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you understood this. Okay, guys. Okay. 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 That's great. So one more thing, we have to learn headers and cookies. We will very soon see headers and cookies in practical scenarios. But let me explain you what's headers. Okay. So headers and cookies represent the metadata. What do you understand by metadata? These are additional information about web page or a server. Okay, for example, authorization details. Okay, for example, authorization details. Do you understood, guys? Okay, represent metadata associated with API request.
Hi, Nikhil.
Hi, Siddhi.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Actually, I have a doubt. Whenever we browse some website, so there's cookies option is there. So it
Yes,
always
yes.
accept those cookies. But sometimes we get confused that do we have to accept the cookies or not? So how we understand that which cookies we do have to accept or which we do not have to accept?
See, that's basically depends on the genuinity of website. See, if Google is asking you to accept the cookies of their website, so that's fine. Google is a big brand. Google will not leak your details. Okay. See, this metadata can even contain viruses. Okay. This metadata can even contain viruses, right? This
Yeah.
metadata can either contain authorization details or viruses or many things. Metadata, even metadata is used for ranking of website. So these kind of things, that depends on the genuinity of website, to which website you are pointing. Suppose you are pointing to any unusual website that you haven't ever visited before and you don't trust it. Okay, so don't accept the cookies if you don't trust the website. Okay, do you understand this?
Yeah. So what it does it contain mainly in cookies?
um, Authorization details, there are many points. We will see it in the later sessions, don't worry. For right
Okay.
now, if I say about example, authorization details. Okay, authorization details is one of the example for cookies, and cache is one of the example in cookies. Okay, so
Oh,
these kind of things.
okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, cool. So how do we construct URL with endpoints? The first part of a URL is always the base URL, right, guys? The first part is, for example, I will show you example, google.com, right? This is a base URL. Okay, and then we have resource. Like google.com, I am pointing to images resource. Okay, images resource. Okay, I am pointing to images resource. Not images, let's go with docs. Okay, let's go with docs. Okay, I am pointing to docs resource, and doc which has the id doc which has the id basically here is query parameter. Okay, query or path parameter. Okay, parameters, query or. Okay, so this is how a endpoint and a complete URL is built. Google.com images, not google.com images. I have to type in docs here and actually base URL and resource here. All right, that's fine. Doc with id 12, id 12. This 12 is basically id. This 12 is basically id, and 12, I want to point to a specific line containing Nikhil keyword. Okay, so that's how a URL is built. If you will see the Google search URL, that's also built in some way like this. Let me show you. See, the first is www.com, google.com, which is a base URL, and then it's search. What is search? Search is a resource. Which resource? The search, we need to point out to the all the links which contain a keyword Udemy. Okay, see this, that's how it's built. All of the links, all of these things will contain Udemy in it. Okay, we have seen this thing even yesterday, right? Okay, guys, so give me a thumbs up if you understood this. Okay, guys, okay. That is fine. Okay, so that is fine. I guess we are done with the basic knowledge. Okay, I just want to cover status code things. I just want to cover status code things. So let me open whiteboard if I let me see if we already have that in the line. Just want you to go through these status code things. Okay, I guess that would be inside. Okay, okay. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if you are able to see the screens clearly and read what is written. Okay, that's fine. Okay, see, HTTP standards, HTTP status codes are standard response code provided by web server to indicate the client request, result of client request. Whenever you are hitting a URL, a status code is returned. Okay, I will show you where the status code is returned. Okay, I will hit inspect here. When I will hit inspect here, and when I say this network tab, let me hit enter on this. Okay, let me come back to network tab and let me hit enter on this. You will see some APIs loading here. Yeah, I don't know if it see that has a status 200, means it was successful. Do you see this, guys? Do you see this, guys? Okay, that's great, guys. That's great. Okay, so let it reload once. Let it reload once, and then we will discuss the things. Okay, it's reloaded. Okay, I guess. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if you understood what is status code, the basic definition about status code. Okay. Okay, guys. So these status code are divided into five categories. That's very important from interview perspective. You are asked what status code is what status code represent what. Okay. So the five classes are 1XX. the access can be replaced by 00 or 01 or 02. Okay, so it's not very important that you have to remember 100 and 101 and 102. You just need to remember that what one represent, one xx represent. So one xx represent informational. Okay, this code indicate that the server has received the request and is continuing the process. Okay, do you understood this, guys? These status, if you receive 100 something status code, okay, 100 or the status code that starts with 1, okay, that starts with 1, that indicates that the request, your data has been received and processing is continued. Okay, okay guys, do you understood this? Okay, okay, I don't know why it's not getting loaded. It's 2 and 3. Let me hit the refresh again. It's not getting loaded. I guess some network problem. And status code that starts with 2 means your request was successful. 200 means the data is the request you hit is successful and your processing is completed. Okay, and if it's 201, that means that the data what you sent has been created in the server. Okay, has been created in the server. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you are clear with this. Okay, the page is not getting loaded. Let's see what's 3xx representing. Okay, 3xx represent redirection. Guys, there might be chances that you are hitting this URL, but the owner of this URL has actually changed the location of data, this data, and now the data is not found at this. Okay, then you will see that you need to redirect to another page. Okay, you need to redirect to another page. That's what 3xx represents. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you understood this. And that's already present in the session 1 notes. You guys can go through this and read it. Okay, okay guys, okay, what else we have? Okay, now we have 4. Okay, 4xx means client error. That means either you have provided the data in incorrect format, or your details were not correct, or your details were correct but you are not allowed to access this server. Your authorization details may be not correct. And 404 means not found. Okay, 404 generally comes up when when the server is down. Okay, so give me a thumbs up, guys, if you understood this. 4xx client errors, these are important. You need to go through these four. Okay, 200, 201, and these four, these should be remembered every time. Okay, server error. Okay, 500 represent internal server error. Okay, there must be some problem internally with the server. 502 bad gateway, that usually when your request takes too long to process. Okay, then you will receive a bad gateway. Or 503 is service unavailable. There might be chances that your server is temporarily down. Okay guys, give me a thumbs up if you understood this. Okay guys, great, great guys. Okay, okay, so now let's see more about Postman tool. Okay, I will just discuss the Postman things. Right now, I'm not going to pressurize you since these are very starting classes. We will see some practical coding scenarios from third sessions. Right now, I'm just going to explain you what's Postman. Okay, so this tool is used for API testing and many things. Okay, so let me remove all these projects first. Okay. Okay, and let me also close all the tabs. Okay, guys, so this is basically Postman. Okay, let me delete environments also. Okay, guys. So this is a Postman tool. Okay, so guys, this tool is basically used for API testing. This is the journal interface that you are going to see when you first time install and log in into the Postman. Okay, the login process and installing process is simple. You need not to set any paths and everything. Just download it from their official website and hit next, 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 and finish. Okay, that will be installed. And login is simple. You can log in using Google. Okay, so I will write few of the features about Postman here. Okay, so what is Postman? This is generally asked in interviews, and people are not able to give the correct answer. Okay, it's the tool to develop and test APIs manually and automation also. Okay, so we can either test manually and even we can test it alike in automation. We will be majorly focusing on automation. Okay, manually people don't do things manually nowadays. So we'll be doing most of the procedures in automation. Okay, okay, guys. So and test APIs or web servers also. Okay, web servers are also tested with very minimal code. You have to write very minimal code in Postman, okay, in quick and easy way, okay, in quick and easy way. Okay, also this tool comes with a powerful JavaScript editor, okay, where we will be writing our automation scripts. Majorly that would be our JavaScript editor in Postman. And JavaScript editor has an inbuilt Postman object in it to access Postman responses and other things. Okay, let me show you. Let me add in. Okay, also let me delete. Okay, already deleted. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, I will just create a not create a new collection. I am just creating a new request right now. Okay, okay. So I will just create a new HTTP request. Okay, and you see scripts tab here? Script as a pre-request and post response. Here we will write our test scenarios and test cases in automation. Okay, we'll be doing some JavaScript coding here. Don't worry if you don't know JavaScript, that's not too much hard. It will be majorly simple English. Okay, don't worry, it will be majorly simple English. Okay, so give me a thumbs up guys if you are good with it, if you are clear till here, which help us to perform various assertions. What is assertion? Matching actual result and expected result. Okay, guys, is this clear till here? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear till here. Okay. Postman offers ready-made ready-made features like organizing things into variables and workflows and workflows and environments and environments. And it also help us to data driven testing, and different frameworks. Many different frameworks can be implemented here. Different frameworks for quick setup of automation lab. Okay, so this you guys can see this as a environment, flows, history, and configuration of workspace, many things. Okay, so you see here we will be writing our codes, and see we can enter authorization details here, and see here we can enter headers. Headers are nothing but cookies or metadata. Okay, okay guys, is this clear to everyone? Give me a thumbs up guys if this is clear to everyone. Okay, and even we can enter variables. See, in environment, we will have an option to enter variables. We can even make global variables. We will discuss what are these global and environment variables. We can even make collection level variables. Okay, we can even make request level variables. There are many things we what we can do. Okay, what we can do. All right, guys. And what else? Okay, also Postman supports. Postman supports REST APIs, SOAP web services. Don't worry if you don't know what are SOAP web services and what are REST APIs and what are these things. We will be discussing these things in upcoming lectures. Okay, guys, so don't worry. And even GraphQL, we will have a separate section for GraphQL for testing. Okay, okay, guys. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if you understood all of these things. I guess we are just doing theory right now, so don't worry. These things should be clear. Okay, one and last point of today's class is about the Postman is this tool comes with powerful integration of Jenkins. Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. Don't worry if you don't know what are CI/CD tools. We will discuss them as well. Okay, we have a separate section. We will be discussing all of these things like variable workflows, environment, CI/CD integration, SOAP web services, GraphQL. Our course is going to complete covering our course will be covering all of these things. Okay, Jenkins integration. Okay, so guys, that I am done for today's class. I'm not extending it too much because I want you guys to install Postman first, and so that you can practice by side in the class already. Okay, so when I do the project you can also do the project. Okay, so it will be great that you guys have a Postman in the next class, and next class there might be one class in the weekdays. I'm not sure if we will be having it or not, but for Saturday, Sunday, we are confirmed we will be having classes. Okay, is that good, guys? Okay, guys. So that's great. That's great, guys. That is great. Okay, guys. So give me a thumbs up if no doubts.
Nikhil,
Hi, Krishna.
yeah, Nikhil, I have one doubt related to resource. Like whatever we are trying to access from from the backend, that is called as resource, right? Maybe some documents or images like that.
Yeah, resource is whatever you are trying to access from the back end. You are right. A resource is kind of collection, yeah. Resource is kind of collection. See, like if I talk about Google, Google has a large set of data, right? Google has a large set of data. Google owns Google Calendar, Google owns Google Drive, Google on uh, Google Meet, Google on many things, Google Sheets, right? So to access these are different collections, okay, different resource. So if I want to access Drive, my URL will be google.com/drive. Okay, if I want to access calendar, my URL will be google.com calendars. Okay, so resource is pointing towards a specific collection. Do you understood now?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's wind up if no doubts.
Can you please scroll down the page once, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry. You guys will be getting this notes and recording of the lecture. Don't worry.
Just for revision purpose.
Okay. No worry. Okay, guys. So let's wind up. No doubts.